We are creating a SKC target server for this shared storage creation. We are choosing one of the Windows 2008 server and downloaded iSCSI target. We can download iSCSI target from the Microsoft Windows site. It is a free tool. Why this is important is in the sense we are going to use this shared storage for the ESXi environment, wherein for the cluster features. Let's do in the installation. We already downloaded the SKC target, so we are going to install that component. It's going to, once it is downloaded, it is a small component. Once it is installation, it is going to extract the files from it by downloading the respective folder. Click auto run. Right click auto run. Yeah, open, install, yes. Even you can find how to install, how to configure iSCSI target. There are online videos are available. You can search internet how to configure iSCSI target on Windows Server. Go to x64 folder. Yes, execute that. Welcome to iSCSI target setup by ZX. Next. There are plenty videos are available in internet how to configure iSCSI target server. It is a simple installation, and for lab environment, it is very useful. Wherever we are not in a position to set up SAN environment, you can use iSCSI target by using existing network. Okay. Click next. I don't want to join the customer program. That's next. I don't want to use the Microsoft update. Currently, no updates are required for the lab environment. No updates are required. Okay, click next. Install. So wherever you have the storage, as we are going to create disk, we are going to create LANs. Okay, by using iSCSI target, iSCSI software, we are going to create LANs. To create LANs, we should have a sufficient storage on the respective server. Okay, click finish. So how much storage is available on the servers? We need to verify. Go to select the disk management. What is the disks are available, and see if the disk is not available. Make sure you create a sufficient disk for this iSCSI target purpose. What is the disk configuration on the server? It has only base OS disk, that is only 40 GB is there. So to work on iSCSI target, at least we should have minimum more than 100 GB. So what I'm going to do is we are going to add additional disk for this particular VM. Okay, go to ESXi host and add additional hard disk for this particular VM. So upon that particular drive, we are going to assign the disk from this iSCSI target. Let's do that. Right click on the server, go to edit settings. Say we can add how much space is available. We'll see that according to that we'll add additional size so that we can add multiple disks, multiple shared storage for the ESX environment. Okay, click add. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a 300 GB. Let's see 300 GB is available or not on my data store. Create a new virtual disk as, click next, select 300 GB. Yes, wait, click back, cancel, back. Yes, be here. Okay, next. If you select 300 GB, if you specify location as a store with the virtual machine, it is going to select where the virtual machine folder is available in the same data store it is going to create. Now I'd like to see the what is the space availability. So specify data store. Specify a data store, select that and click browse, and it is going to give an option what my data stores are available. See here, what is the space available? Free space. I selected 300 GB. 300 GB is not available here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select a data store 2 and choose 200 GB instead of 300 GB. I'm going to modify the size for 200 GB because here the free space is not available. That's the reason I'm going to go with the 200 GB. Let's go with the 200 GB. Let's change the 300 to 200. 300 to 200, change the value to yes. Because according to free space, I need to create. If I choose 300, it will throw an error because it has only 271 free space. So that's the reason I'm selecting 200 GB. Okay, click next.
Should I keep it like this only?
Yeah. We selected data store and yes, next. This disk it is going to create under data store 2. Okay, click next. Finish. Click OK. Now let's do create a partition on the Windows Server. Go connect to Windows Server. Wait for let it complete this assignment. Let it complete that assignment. 200 GB. Why we are creating this ISKC target server? To create a shared storage for my ESXi lab environment. There are two ESXi hosts available, but there is no shared storage available. So I'm using the existing one of the ESXi host storage assigned to Windows Server. On top of it, Windows Server, I'm installing ISKC target server so that the same storage I'm going to use as a shared storage for both ESXi hosts. How it is going to work? Let's see. Okay. Open connect to server. It's completed. Disk assignment has been completed. Okay. Yes. We ready to go. Disk is visible. If the disk is not visible, we have to right click on the disk management, rescan devices. We have to right click on the disk management, rescan devices. Okay. If it is not visible. Okay. Let's initialize. Right click on the disk one. Make it online. Initialize the disk. Yes. MBR partition. We know when to use MBR, when to use GPT. Okay, create a partition, make it online. It's online, create a partition. Yes, complete space, go ahead. You try, go ahead. Yeah, finish. Now this storage is ready. Now I need to configure the ISKC target server. Let's go ahead and do it. ISKC target server. Let's go to administrator tools. Yeah, it is formatting. Let it format and let it complete. Meanwhile, go to administrator tool and see what is the ISKC target server configuration. Yes, we can use this or go to administrator tools. We can use. Now here, what we are going to do? First, we are going to select devices. Select devices. Where to create devices? How to create devices? Right click on the devices. Create a new virtual disk. Here, whatever the disk we are going to create, we are going to create according to the requirement. As we have 100, 200 GB, what I'm going to do, create for the testing purpose, I'm going to create 10 GB each so that we'll see how it is going to work. Okay. But to migrate, what are the servers we are going to have to migrate those servers? The sufficient storage we need to assign. So, for example, my Windows server, one of the Windows server has a 40 GB. To migrate that server from one ESXi host to another ESXi host, both ESXi hosts should have a more than 40 GB size of shared storage so that I can move that particular server VM to that particular shared storage. Let's create with 100 GB one partition. Let's create 100 GB, create new virtual disk. Next, file name, just give the file name. We can give the file name for our identification to where we are going to assign this disk. ESXi host, ESXi host 1 and 2, ESX 1 and 2, 1 hyphen 2. Oh, 1 and 2, okay, 1 and 2, no problem. Yeah, browse. What it is going to do, it is going to create a file, select E drive. We created a E partition for this purpose. Click OK. Next. Okay, type the file name. Type the file name. Yes. The file name is specified does not have VHDF extension. You must specify. Okay. Dot .vhd mention dot .vhd. In VMware, it is VMDK. In this thing, VHD. Okay. Size. What is the size we are going to minimum? Currently available free space. 100 GB in the sense 10240. 10240. Yes, in MB. Okay. Next, virtual disk description. Just mention file name ESXi host 1 and 2. Yes. Next. Add targets. We are not going to add here now. Cancel here. We'll without target. We'll proceed next. We'll add the targets later. Click next. Target in the sense who is going to use this particular disk, how to add that, and all those things we'll see. Click next. Finish. This is a target now. ISKC targets. Click on ISKC targets. Targets in the sense who is going to use this particular disk on the server. So before proceeding with this server, my target server is there ready. Now I'm going to add my client servers. While adding client server, right click on add. I can use current ISKC, create ISKC target, create ISKC target. What I'm going to use, I can add a destination, the client IP address or IQN number. ISKC target is identification is going to come into picture with IQN. If you have IQN for the client information, you can do that. Otherwise, we can mention IP address of the destination. Click next. IC target name ESXi host 1. Next. Click next.
Okay.
See here it is going to ask IQN client name. We can go to ESXi host. I can find the IQN name. If IQN name is not available, what I can do is go to advanced, click on advanced. I can add IP address of the client. Provide IP address 192.168.0. See drop down IQN or IP address. Select drop down. IP address. Select IP address. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to provide my server destination client IP address 192.168.0.30. One of the ESXi host is 30. Okay, I'm going to add that IP address of ESXi host 1. Click OK. Add one more IP. I'm going to add the targets. So that's a thing. What I'm going to do here. Okay, 192.168.0.31. These are my targets. What I'm going to do. I'm adding targets. My for this virtual disk, whatever the disk I created, run. It is going to assign for this particular I can use. Okay, click OK. You have assigned multiple initiator target. Okay, only one thing we can add at a time. Click no. The thing is that while adding targets, we are going to add targets for the same LAN. We can assign the shared storage. As we are working on shared storage, let's see what is going to happen. Okay, click OK. Click as, see the message, what it is message. You have assigned multiple initiator to this ISKC target. Unless the server is in a cluster or uses a SAN file system, you should only allow one initiator access to ISKC target. Are you sure you want to allow multiple initiator to access this SCSI target? Yes, because what the purpose I'm going to create, the two ESX servers should access the common file system. That's my target. Okay, whatever the disk 100 GB which I created that is going to useful for shared storage. Shared storage is in the sense the same LAN should be presented to cluster. That's what the message it is showing. Are you sure you want to configure cluster? Then only you go with multiple ISKC targets. Yes, click on yes. Okay, click OK. Next, finish. My target is ready. That is ISKC host 1 and 2. The targets are ready. I can assign this now device to the target. Okay, go to device. Previously, while creating a virtual disk, what are devices are available? Right click on this particular device, virtual disk 0. Okay, go to properties. Okay, assign target access. Click on target access. Previously, I haven't added anything. Now I'm going to add this targets already created. I'm going to choose that target name here. Click add. That whatever the target I created. So whatever the disk which I'm going to assign, the storage SAN environment also they are going to create mapping, zoning, they will call it as SCSI terminologies, SAN storage terminologies. So the same funda is going to come over here. What I'm going to create, first initially I created a disk and I haven't added any target and I created a target and assigning a disk. You can do anyway. I can create a target first and then create a disk. While creating a disk, I can choose the what is the target. Like that also we can do. Okay. Just select ESXi host one and click OK. Yes. Click OK. That in the sense, this particular device assigned to the ESXi. This is a way I can create a ISKC target on server. Now let's see, I'm going to create a new disk with 10 GB. Let's do it. 10 GB create a disk, 10 GB, just 1024, create a new disk. Let's see how it is going to represent, how it is going to access the target server. Next, I'm going to in different direction. Now I'm going to do from first I'll create a target and then create a disk. Cancel here. Go to ISKC targets, create new one. Go to advanced, create a new SCSI target. Individual ESXi host. What I'm going to do is I'm going to select individual ESXi host for my ESX1. ESX1. Type ESX1. Click next. Click next.
Yeah.
Okay. Advanced, go to advanced. I am not sure what is IQN identifier, so that what I'm going to do is I'm going to add IP address instead of IQN number. IQN number is nothing but a physical address of ISKC initiator. Okay, click on add. Drop down, choose IP address and choose ESXi host 1 IP address, that is 192.168.0.30. Okay, click OK. Add, okay, click OK. Next, finish. I'm going to create one more ESXi host. I have two ESXi hosts. How many targets I created? Already two created. One target is belongs to both ESXi hosts. Now individual ESXi target I created. Let's see how it is going to work in ESXi environment. Let's create one more target, ESX2. Name ESX2. Click next. Advanced, go to advanced. If you have IQN number, you can mention IQN number. As I don't have an IQ number, I'm just providing an IP address because this iSCSI software initiator and target is going to work, is going to use existing network. So I can use IQN number or IP address. Okay, click OK. Yes, click OK. So how many targets I created? Total 3 targets created. Out of which 1 target is belongs to both ESXi hosts together. That is a shared storage concept. Now I created additional 2 more individual targets. If I assign individual, what is going to happen? Let's see. I'm going to create a 10 GB. Go to devices. Click on devices. Create a new disk. Yes. File name. Just give the file name. Any file name. Select E drive. File name should be .vht. I'm going to create give any name. Only 10 GB LUN. Just mention 10 GB LUN. Or prod LUN. Just mention prod LUN. Remove that entire name. Just mention prod LUN. Yes, prod LUN. PROD. Yes, prod LUN 1. Yes. Next. Just 1024. Just I'm assigning 10 GB. The whatever the value you are going to mention here, it is in MB. So that's the reason I'm 1024. Yeah. Next. Description. Prod LUN 1. Yes. No problem. Whatever the name it may be. Next. Yeah, now previously I already created targets. Now one learn where to assign. Select add. I'm selecting the target, either ESX1 or ESX2. Only one thing I can select here. Okay. Select one ESX1 and see how it is going to work. Okay. Click next. We are going to see the differentiation, how it is visible at the destination, how assigned to both the ESXi host or individual ESXi host, it is going to recognize. Without assigning the target here, the visibility is not going to come to respect to ESXi host. Click finish. Create one more prod LAN 2. One more prod LAN 2 virtual disk. One more virtual disk I'm going to create. Name it as a prod LAN 2. And I'm going to assign that to ESXi host 2. Let's see that. Prod LAN 2 .vht. 10 GB, 1024. Or if you want to change the name, mention 2048. Let's say 20 GB I'm going to assign to differentiate, to understand the differentiation between the both 2048. And that in the sense I'm assigning okay. I'm not assigning 10 GB, it is assigning 2 GB only. Okay, 1 GB, 2 GB. Yeah, okay. Click add target ESX2. Okay. Click OK. Click finish. I would like to add 100 GB. Initially, what we created these virtual disk sizes 1 GB, 2 GB, and like that we created. Okay. 10 GB we created. Properties, go to properties. Now I would like to create 100 GB, not 10 GB. Okay. Cancel here. I'm going to create one more 100 GB disk so that to assign. Okay. Let's go with cancel. Cancel. Okay. Create a disk. Give 100 GB. 100 GB in the sense 102400. Okay. Create a LAN. Previously we created only 10 GB, not 100 GB. ESX1 and 2. ESX1 and 2 production LAN. 3 production LAN 3, whatever it may be, you can name it. .vht. Name is 102400. 102400. Yes, this is 100 GB. Previously we created only 10240. That is 10 GB. Now this is 100 GB. Click next. Name it as anything. Now I'm going to assign the target for ESXi host and 1 and 2 both. Because I need a shared disk, right? That's the purpose. At the target, both ESXi host together, I created one thing, not that one, last one, yes. Click OK. This is a target server ready. We created disk and how it is going to display in the destination server. What is my iSCSI target server? The next session in the storage section, we are going to add iSCSI initiator, where I'm going to add the disks and we'll see the next session while working on cluster configuration. While working on cluster, we'll see that how to add these SCSI targets, the SCSI LANs, how are they going to visible at the ESXi host. We'll see. We completed the iSCSI target server. It requires a Windows 2008 R2 server or any server where we are going to download iSCSI target. Then we are going to use existing local disk as an iSCSI target disk, and we are going to assign a target definitions by using IP address or IQN. This is the iSCSI target setup. So simple, so easy, and free of cost. Okay, for the lab environment, it is very useful. That's it. See you the next session. Bye.